began ang uprising of Bible-believing Christians with Luther in Germany, which was part of the old Roman Empire, and the spread of Christianity in some parts of the world, including the Philippines, nagdungan-dungan, within the period of the 1,000 years from 538 to 1798. Ako nang explain sa inyo karon. The union of church and state. During this 1,000 years, government and the church was one. When we say government and the church was one, ang nagpalapad sa church, sa spread sa church, gobyerno. Muna nga pag-abot ni Magellan diri, ang iyang offer, himuon mo na mong probinsya sa Espanya. Og mahimo na mong probinsya sa Espanya, tanan nga maayo sa Espanya among dalhon diri ninyo. Gidawat na ni dato humabon. Muna nga atong April 14, 1521, we held the first Christian baptism in Cebu, diri sa ato. April 14, 1521. Pagka April 27, 2 weeks later, they were engaged with the war. Kay matud pa ni humabon, kung makuha ko nimo, kay naka-blood compact naman ta, og nakuha ko nimo, kuwaapod tong akong amigo, ang iyang tag-iya ining sudara, Lapu-Lapu. Apan wa mada si Lapu-Lapu sa offer ni Magellan. So according to Father Pigapita, naigo siya sa poisoned arrow, namatay siya during the war. Pero tanawan ninyo, according to the narrative of Father Pigapita, the historian, ang nabautismohan ni Father Pedro Valderrama, apil si dato humabon, og ang iyang asawa nga gibunyagan po ni Father Pedro Valderrama og Doña Juana, after the old queen of Spain. Ang niya gingalan po og Don Felipe, si Don Carlos, si Dato Humabon. Gitagaan ni Magellan si Dato Humabon sa cross. O gitagaan po ni Father Valderrama si Doña Juana sa Santo Niño. Kung gina-trace up sa inyo ang history sa sinulog, naana sa history books, dili na ninyo ma-question. Apan ang katingalahan ini kay 2 weeks later, ingo naman si humana ila blood compact, ilang mga sama, ilang mga kamot gihiwaan nya, pagkumusta nila gipatulo ang dugo sa ilang duha ka dugo nga nag-ipon sa kupa, inom sila blood compact. Philippines was officially accepted as a province of Spain by the blood compact of Humabon and Magellan. Nahitabo ang gubat 2 weeks later after the baptism. Ang more than 600 Spaniards ang nabalik, a little over 200 na lang. So ang casualty, almost 400. Apa ni ingon ang mga Spaniards, mauli yun me. Bitaw na ang history nag-ingon nga, ang nakaprove nga round yun ang kalibutan ng expedition ng Magellan. Kaya nakatuyok magyud sila, niuli sila. Apan anang gabi sa dayon nilang despedida. Matawag na ito nga party karon og despedida, farewell party. Nag-inom, naghudyaka bahak, but the Father Pigapita in his history, in his narration said, they were poisoned by the Cebuanos. Sa inyong paminaw lang, ako lang ang isulti ninyo. Kinsa may nag-poison? Katong mga bagong 800 Christians na gibautismuhan na nga disappointed. Kay ngano napildi man. And you know the rest of the story. 18 rakabuok ang nakauli sa Spain. Og nag-testify that they were poisoned when they were about to leave. Kinsa'y nag-poison? Ang bagong Christianized na grupo. And for the next 44 years, there was nobody left here to nurture the new converts. Kinsa may nabilin? Wala. Miguel Lopez de Legazpi came back 1865, made a blood compact with Dato Sikatuna, and became the first Governor General of the government of Spain for the Philippines, 1865. So doon ay gap nga 44 years. Gikan sa first baptism sa 1521 hangtod sa pagbalik nga nahimo natang teritoryo sa Espanya nga niya na ang mga priors, niya na ang mga sundalo o ang first Governor General si Miguel Lopez de Legazpi. And hence our country enjoyed the name for about 400 years. The only Christian country in the Orient. And we are proud of that. Unfortunately, we enjoy that name, but unfortunately, our Christianity, unfortunately, was historically not a Bible-based Christianity. Kay kinsa man sa atong mga tigulang ang nahibalo or nakabasag Bible, wala. The Bible that was brought here was Latin Vulgate. The services in the churches were done in Latin. People did not understand, only the leaders when they said, Dominus vobiscum sicula seculorum, in nomine Patri et Spiritus Sancti. You know when was that changed in our country? That was changed in Vatican Council II, 1963 to 1965. When 1963 to 1965, there were two popes. The other died, so Pope Paul VI continued. There were major changes in the Christianity of the Philippines. For the first time after Vatican Council II, giallow ang Bibles nga basahon sa mga churches sa pinulungan sa mga tao. Muna na, diha na sa 1965 na hinungdo mo atong nahitabo diri, na atong kursilyo, na atong gingalag GKK, gamayng Kristohanong Katilingban, na ang De Colores. That was a revival of Roman Catholicism in our country when Bibles were eventually allowed to be read in the language of men. Muna ang mubasa mo ingon na ang atong mabasahon karon ania sa Ebanghelyo ni Mateo, Marcos, Lucas 1. Or moingon sila ang atong basahan karon ania sa epistola. Diha na nagsugod sa 1965 and onward. Prior to that, everything related to Christianity, even in our country, were in Latin. More than 1,000 years. Now, so nata ining prophecy sa sulpots. Ako na ning na-explain sa first night. During the 1,000 years, when the church and the government was one, there were three rules of faith. Ang basihanan sa mga tao sa ilang tuuhan. Ang number one, ang magisterium. Sa man ang magisterium? The official teachings of the church as approved by the bishops and by the Pope. Mura ni siya og bell nga ang gitudlo diskasan o sa humag-discuss aprobahan sa naaprubahan na sa Pope, mahimo na siyang official teaching. This is a voluminous write-ups because it has developed through the centuries, ang mga pagtulunan. And many of these are Bible-based and many of these are non-Bible-based. Okay, ako lang naisgutan. Ang second nga rule of faith during this 1,000 years plus that Christianity was spread into the world. The second was the traditions of the church. Ang traditions, ang mga kanana nagyuon, ang namat-ana sa mga tao. Wala na sila ibasihanan. Ug ang ikatulo, ang Bible, na pa na yung Bible. But what was the Bible? For moral guideline. Masay moral guideline? Di ka mangawat, di ka magpatay, tahoron mo amahag inahan, higugmaon mo imo isig ka tao. There was the rule of the Bible too. But on moral guidelines, what really prevailed as far as the church was concerned was what is taught in the magisterium and what is brought up by the traditions of the church. Tertiary na lang o minor na ang rule sa Bible. Pwede tamo tagaan o taas nga mga narrative ini, but we are pointing to a certain direction now. So we ask this question, have we ever wondered how can we find the truth? Then come the answer. You go to the Bible to find out what the truth is. Then, after that, look for the church that teach in harmony with the Bible. So what is truth? Number one, Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh to the Father except through me. What is truth? Number two, the Word. Sanctify them through thy Word. Thy Word is truth. Wow. And number three, the law. Psalm 119, 142. thy law is truth. Now, are this describing different truths? No. It's describing one truth. That's the truth about Jesus, the theme of the Bible. The whole revelation is centered on a person. And the truth is, Acts 4 verse 12, there is no other name on earth whereby we must be saved. Kana rin yun siya, Jesus' name. So, muna na siya. So, Bible prophecy clearly reveals why there are so many denominations. Nga nung nahitabo man, akong gibasa sa inyo ang text kaganina. Ingon si Amos, surely the Lord God does nothing unless He reveals His secret to His servants, the prophets. If you are an avid student of prophecy, then you will know that in Daniel and Revelation, we are told that a little horn power, katong ni-pluck out og tulo, gamay siya sa sinugdan apan natubo sa nahimo siyang mas dako ang papal power man na. Or the beast in Revelation 13 cast the truth to the ground, sets up the abomination of desolation mo na gihimo sa beast og little horn. He cast the truth to the ground. He sets up the abomination of desolation. He blasphemes against God. He changed God's times and law. And he persecutes the saints of the Most High for a period of 1,260 years. This period is mentioned in these prophetic books in the following terminologies. Kanang period nga 1,260 days, 7 verses in the Bible mentions about that in different ways. Number 1, gingalan na siya 42 months. Anong 42 months man? Ang Jewish month has only 30 days. You multiply 30 to 42. What do you have? 1,260. The other way the Bible mentions about this time period when the little horn or the beast cast the truth to the ground. Gisalikway niya ang kamatuoran sa ground. Gipulihan niya sa traditions nga mao'y gituhan sa mga tao karon as religious teachings. Time and times and dividing of times, or time and times and half the time. So may meaning, ana, time in biblical terminology for prophecy is 1 Jewish year. 1 Jewish year is 360 days. Time and times mean 360 plus times too many ang times. 720. 360 plus 720. And dividing of times or half the time. Half sa 360. 180. So, lay ko nun ninyong total. 360, 720, 180. You will come out to the same figure sa 42 months, 1,260 days. Now, unsa man ang term? This will point to the 1,260 days of the years of prophecy in the book of Daniel and Revelation. Now, if we use the Bible's method regarding interpretation of prophetic time, according to Ezekiel 4 verse 6 and Numbers 14 verse 34, ang days diha, 1,260 days, represents a year. Because the prophetic interpretation that involves accounting of time is Ezekiel 4 verse 6, number 14:34, a day for a year is what I have appointed for you. Which means, ang 1,260 years days actually means 1,260 years. Ato nang basahon ang mga passages in the Bible. 7 verses ni. And the beast shall speak great words against the Most High, shall wear out the saints of the Most High, persecution man na, and think to change times and laws, giusab niya ang 10 commandments, and they shall be given into his hand at time and times and half the time. Ato na nang isgutan kaganina. Time is 360, times is 720, half the time 180. Okay, next nga verse, Daniel 12:7. And I heard a man clothed in linen which was upon the waters of the river when he held up his right hand and his left hand unto heaven, and swear by him who live forever and ever that it shall be for a time and times and a half. Gisgutan na po. Balik ta diri sa Revelation 11 verse 2 to 3 na ang katong killing of the 2 witnesses. But the court which is without the temple live out, and the measure if not, for it is given unto the Gentiles, and the holy city shall be trodden underfoot. Meaning, ang pagkabalaan sa katawhan sa Diyos, pagayatakan niya sa 42 ka bulan. Kanang treading underfoot means ang katawhan sa Dios giyatakan parehas sa truth was cast to the ground. Gipersecute ang mga anak sa Dios unya gisalikway ang kamatuoran for 42 months. I will give power to my 2 witnesses and they shall prophesy for 1,203 score days. Gi-repeat ang emphasis na hibaw na tag unsay meaning maura 42 months and 1,203 score days parihara. And finally sa Revelation 12:6, and the woman, that's the church, fled into the wilderness where she had a place prepared of God that they should feed her there for 1,203 score days. And then, one more verse, Revelation 13:5-7. Ang beast na po ni, there was given unto him, that's the beast, a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue for 42 months. 7 verses talking about a mysterious prophetic number, 1,260 years. And what is that? To summarize, that's the reign of the little horn that plucked out 3 powers and grew up to be big and bigger than all the others, but different from all the others. Nganong different man siya? Kay dili siya king, dili pud siya monarchy, usa siya ka religio-political power, and is known in Revelation 13 as the beast, ang manarap nga mapintas coming up out of the waters nga atong gisgutan ni atong isang gabi. Hinumdumi ang giingon sa Bible. He, that's the beast or the little horn, cast the truth to the ground. And he did all this and prospered. Gikas niya ang truth apan ni asinso nawilnon hinuon siya kayo. Nabantog hinuon siya pag-ayo. Apan ang pangutana, will the truth be trodden down forever? No. The Bible says in Psalm 85 verse 11, truth, read with me please, truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. Unsa man ang spring out sa Binisaya? Sulpot. Ang kamatuoran nga giyatakan sa gamayng sungay. Ang kamatuoran nga gipadaplin underfoot, trodden underfoot by the beast and the little power for 1,260 years will spring out of the earth. Thrown to the ground, spring out from the earth. Na ay sulpot sa Biblia. Gitagna na. Nga naman, giyatakan man. Siyempre, ni ang philosophy ini, which is very practical and accurate. Ang philosophy. Ang binhi nga isilabay sa yuta, dunay kinaiyang nga ginganlag dormancy. Na ako'y amigo nga agriculturist. Siya, pastor, tinuod man na imong giingon. Ang binhi dunay dormant nga characteristics. Ano sa man ay dormant? Ilabay na nimo siyuta, malubong gani na siya dito, di na siya kasimot og hangin, di na siya maidangdang sa adlaw, magdurman ra gina, he will remain to be dead. Seed is dead. But the moment ma-expose na ng seed sa makasimot na naghangin, makatimaho na naog sunlight, unya makaigo na nagtubig, mo sprout na siya pag-usab ang iyang dormancy. Even for thousands of years. Ako na ning gihimong illustration the first night we had here. For example, you have witness, all of us have witness nga ang mga bulldozer muguba og bukid. Paghimog dagkong karsada, muguba na sila bukid. Pagkaguba sa bukid, wag kay makita ang tanom mabilin. Dagko ug gagmay patay ginang tanom, yuta ra ginay mo makita. But watch out, in 2 weeks time, kanang brown or itom, depende sa ground nga gibuldos, nga wa nagitanom nga nakita, in 2 weeks time maputos na po na sa green mga sagbot. Nga nung naamay na nubo, usaray explanation ana. Some of these seeds have fallen during the time of the flood, the deluge during the time of Noah. Og sulod sa linibo ka tuig, kana nga mga seeds dormant lang gid na sila until nabuldusan. Pagkabuldos na expose sa sunlight, nakatimahog hangin, naigo sa moisture ni tubo. That's the same philosophy with the truth that was cast to the ground for 1,000 years. The truth eventually spring out of the earth again, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. So, nganong nag-anam-anam og butho, mo na iyon diri. Just as it took 500 years for the church to go from white horse of pure apostolic faith, ang white horse, through the pale horse of spiritual deadness, it took time for God's faithful followers to grasp glimpses of truth lost sight of down to the ages. Kini, ako na mong naistoryahan ini. Unsa man gi kaagi sa Mayflower, ang barko nga mibiya sa pantalan sa London ni atong 1620. Ang iyang karga binimog unsa? Mga ginganlan og Protestant Europeans, the Puritans. Mga tao nga mo insist gyud og basag Biblia bisag gibadlong sa state church. Ayaw mo pagbasag Biblia sa inyong kaugalingong pinulungan. Nahinumdum mo sa mga ngalan sa manianang word nga William Tyndale, nahinumdum mo sa ngalan nga John Hus. Kanang mga ngalan na William Tyndale, John Wycliffe, mauna ang mga prominent religious leaders nga ni-insist na hubaron yun ang Latin Vulgate nga Bible into English. But they were persecuted by the church. Kaya ang church nag-ingon Latin ra. They did. Muna nga si William Tyndale, he was burned at the stake. Oh, nanakay ang Puritans kay matud pa nila mupuyo kita diri sa Europe. Persekuton man ta moadto ta sa lugar nga di natahilabtanan. They went to the United States. When they landed in Plymouth, Massachusetts in 1620, these Puritans established the first Christian colony in the United States of America. Munang gibasihan sa atong Thanksgiving celebration every year. Ang ilang pag-abot dito nga nagpasalamat sila sa Ginoo, ang Puritans paglan nila o pag-establish nila sa American colony that exercise religious freedom and respect of the rights of men. Wa na tayo hilabanay. Padayon ta sa atong gituhan mo nang si John Robinson, one of the Puritan pastors, said, if God reveals to you anything, any other instrument of His, be as ready to receive it as ever as you are to receive any truth of my ministry. For I am very confident the Lord will open to you more truth and the light yet to break forth out of His holy word. The truth sprang up from the ground, which was cast to the ground, and it came out to the ground. Unsa naman nga truth? Number one, ang Bible. Ang Bible gisalikway ning prevail ang traditions of the church. Non-biblical na. Mga practices nga wala na sa Bible. Gi-preserve na sa Waldenses. Kinsa man ning mga Waldenses? Ang mga Europeans in town ning laya sa bukid sa Alpine Mountain Ranges. Unsa man ang Alpine Mountain Ranges? That's the wide mountains that connects many countries in Europe from Italy to Germany, France. Agi na. Ang Alpine na, nahinumdum mo antong sa kamong mga nag-edad ng mga 60-50. Nahinumdum mo nga, palitan mo sa inyong inahan sa unag gatas nga Alpine, na drawing sa mountain. Gika na anang Alpine Mountain Ranges, dito muranag sa, og sa kuan pa sa, anyway, kabukiran na. Dito sila sa mga langob ang mga Waldenses. Ilang gitranslate ang mga Bibles o gisulat nila ang verses sa mga papel. Gisuot nila sa mga botilya nga ilang gihimong herbal, nga ilang ipamaligya, makatimaho gani sila nga ang ilang baligyaan. Nagtago-tago po og basa sa Biblia, sultihan nila na aya mong gi-insert diha mga verses because the Bible was scarce during the Dark Ages, the 1,260 years. That it was scarce, but the Waldenses preserved the Bible. And then there was John Hus. He was emphasizing the Bible again. But anyway, John Hus unfortunately was burned at the stake, just like William Tyndale. Burned siya. Ang nag-burn sa iya, ang nagduslit, krusipiho. Nga naman, Pangulo man simbahan ang nag-burn sa tubangan. Result man sa Inquisition. Ano sa Inquisition? The civilian court established by the church and implemented by the government. Managingon ako sa inyo, church and state was one. Muna nga naay mga taong gipanisa ni atong panahon na sa mata sa publiko. Aron mo taga, maay na mo pagpakairihis parehas ni John Hus. Mao po ni, si Luther, he was a religious leader, he was a priest. He was a professor in the seminary. And he had many students who believed in his intelligence. But Luther found out that the teachings of the Bible is that we are saved by grace, not by the requirements of the church. Kaya sa iyang panahon ni Luther, gipamaligya naman ang forgiveness of sins. Katungingan lang in indulgences. Certificate of forgiveness man ang indulgences. A certain kind of paper nga og imong paliton, ang imong sala, mapasaylo na. Gi-abuse na ni atong time sa 16th century sa time ni Luther. Nasuko kay si Luther ingon na dili naman na sa Bible. And so Luther nailed the 95 theses. Unsa man ang 95 theses? Ginail na niya dito sa iyang church sa Germany, Gettysburg. O niya sa pag-nail niya, gi-challenge niya ang iyang fellow teachers. Og mo kapamatuod mo nga akong gisulti diri bakak based sa Bible then. Apan gipatawag siya sa Inquisition, the diet of worms. The hearing, gikatag ang iyang sinulat, unya giingnan siya, o sara imong tubag, imo bang irikant ang imong sinulat or dili? Apan ingon si Luther, if you can prove to me from the scriptures that what I have written is wrong, then I cannot and I will not recant. Muna nga si Luther, subject unta ni siya nga sunugon pod sama ni John Hus og ni William Tyndale. Apan gitaguan si na Duke Frederick 14 years. Si Duke Frederick nga, grabe kadaghang koleksyon sa mga holy relics. Ano sa mga holy relics? Ang kanang mga tradisyon sa simbahan nga, ang mga balaang butang pwede na nimo gamiton o mugampo ka. Na dito ang iyahang kahoy, nga gikan kuno tipaka kuno to sa kahoy sa cross ni Jesus. Na si Duke Frederick ana. Na ilansang dito nga, usa kuno to sa lansang nga gidukdok sa Roman soldier sa tudlo ni Jesus. Koleksyon na ni apa nakabati siya sa preaching ni Luther. O si Duke Frederick became a believer of Luther. And so at the time nga condemn na siya to be burned at the stake, si Duke Frederick may nagtago niya. And 14 years dito siya sa castle sa bukid where he translated the New Testament into the Roman, or rather the German language. Muna achievement niya. Muna yung nangitabo. So there was restoration of truth. The light of truth would penetrate the darkness. Proverbs 4:18, the path of the just is like the shining sun that shines ever brighter unto the perfect day. Pero hinumdumi, ang adlaw, dili mo diritsog tungang udto. Gikas buntag sa iyo, nag-anam-anam kibali. Calvin, John Calvin, daghaning mga John diri, John Hus, John Calvin, John Zwingli, John Tyndale, John Wycliffe. Danhani sila. Si Calvin was also persecuted and burned at the stake. Ana Baptist, ang truth about Bible baptism nga immersion, giwala man na sa church. Kanus ana giwala sa church, aprobahan yun nila. Ako na ihatag sa inyo ang reference kay ilukso ko na lang ni. Ang biblical baptism yun na hibaluta. Ang biblical baptism yun samas baptism ni Jesus. In much water, where the person baptized is to be plunged whole body under water because it signifies washing of the sins. Apan, kanus ama na giusab sa church. Ato ning basahon ha, ni adiri ang source. Ako na lang ihatag sa inyo. Okay, nara. Kedua kayo. Oh, nara. It was not until the Council of Ravenna in 1311 that sprinkling and pouring were officially accepted as equally valid as immersion in the rite of baptism. Muna na imo makaplagan sa magisterium. Ang Bible baptism ilubong gyud ang lawas sa tubig. Apan ang magisterium ni atong 1311, unsay magisterium? The official teaching of the church. Niingon na ang magisterium, okay ra. Pwede ra dili na ilubong, pisik na lang or bubo. Official. Council of Ravenna, 1311, sprinkling and pouring were officially accepted as equally valid as immersion in the rite of baptism. Usala na sa sample sa akong giingon ninyo nga ang magisterium gatudlo og doctrines nga dili necessary Bible based apan gitake na sa mga tao nga official. Kana lang infant baptism, that's not in the Bible. There is no baptism of kids in the Bible. Why? Because baptism is an experience of an adult person who knows what his situation is, what his spiritual status is. And when he repents and he wants to change his life, he will decide to be born again. An infant is not capable of doing that because an infant, but asa man ko ana sa doctrine ni Augustine, original sin. Ang tao na tao nga makasasala gyud. Kay na tao man ang makatao nga makasala gyud gikan sa sala ni Adan ug ni Eva, nan gamay pa siya, bautismuhan siya. Magisterium na gikan, dili Bible. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. Okay, let's proceed. Ang atong point gyud mao ni, there were emerging of truth one after another, shooting out from the ground. Why? It was cast to the ground for over 1,000 years, and now it is coming from the ground a piece at a time. Hangtod na abot ang doctrine ni John Wesley, the founder of Methodism. Magsuuna si John o si Charles. Charles was the musician. Wesley, John was the preacher. More than 400 mga Christian hymns, Charles Wesley na. Apan, naabot na sad ang time. Muni si John Wesley, magsakay to siyang kabayo, makakita na ganitong mga tao, musinggito niya, hear ye the word of the Lord. And he was preaching from the Bible. Naabot na po ang time na ay usa ka preacher sa Amerika, gingalag si William Miller. Ang truth that was cast to the ground, ang second coming, wala na'y nagtudlo ni ana for more than 1,000 years. Ang mga pag-abot ni Kristo wala na. But Miller brought that out until in the last days, naabot na yun ang God's end-time people, ang Sabbath truth, which was cast to the ground even in the 3rd century, was restored. You see, nakita ninyo nga ang pag-emerge sa truth, which was cast to the ground for over 1,000 years, came up out of the ground one at a time. Sulpot. So dili di ay katawaanan ang sulpot. Biblical prophecy di ay na ang gisalikway sa yuta, mitubo gikan sa yuta after 1,000 years. So brothers and sisters, I have just presented to you tonight a truth from the Bible. Jesus is coming soon. Let us all be ready. Let us receive His word. In John chapter 8, 31 and 32, if you abide in my word, you are truly my disciples, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. These people, according to our reading a while ago, draweth nigh unto me with their mouths and their lips, and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. In vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. Dili nato himuong kawang ang atong pagsimba kay wa ta nagtamod sa ang pulong ang mga pagtulon andra sa tao ang atong gisunod. These days you will hear religious leaders making a strong appeal for loyalty. It's a call for either loyalty to the truth or the Bible teachings, which is what we are doing here, or it's a call for loyalty to the church, the traditions. It's up to you. So, kung moingon ka nga, mao man ni akong namatan, mao ni akong pakamatyan, entitled ka ni ana.